What up, though? You already know what this is. Respect the worst if you don't respect the best. Top tier podcast. I am Ledge. Let's get right off into this, man. Events, and more events is the topic at hand. Man, a lot of events going down, particularly in the month of March. And I'm excited about a lot of these cards. And I'm excited just to dive into like some names people might not be as familiar with. Like that's where I kind of feel like I can kind of dive in that topic where others might shy away from, and I'm okay with that. Y'all know me by now. If y'all seen all my episodes, I like to scan across, more than just the major top leagues. So, this is like right at home for me, actually. So first off, I want you guys to know that I am dropping my Anchor link in the descriptions or probably in the comment section. You can look either way. There is donations you guys could help. It can help me with, podcast equipment. Maybe I can start, actually adding visuals, all that type of stuff. Just showing support. The link will be there. It's a per month thing where you up to what, like $1. I mean, as low as $1, anywhere from $4.99. They got like 3 different set prices. It'll be very helpful. I hope, even if I just get one subscriber to do that, that'll be more than love for me. Like, I do this with a passion, and I really appreciate any small donations. Yeah, that's really it. I ain't gonna talk about that too much. Right into these cards, man. I want to talk about Apex, which is the name of the card that's going down September the 7th on Premier Battles, Manchester, England, baby. That's what I'm talking about, going across the globe with it, you know what I mean? And I've talked about this card before, and I told you guys I'll keep, updating people about the card as some more names drop. So far, I know Chef Trez, I believe, versus Shocks. I believe that's on there. I believe JC and Tony D, I know that's for sure on there. NJT, New Jersey Twerk, is also on that card. Like, you see the names on that card, and we just don't know who he's battling yet. As it goes along, these names are being filled in. And Shotty Horror was making his return to Battle Rap on this card as well. And we were trying to figure out who in the world was Shotty battle next. Well, it was announced yesterday, and I didn't see this coming. I'm not going to lie. My wild guess was like Oxymiron from Russia. So I'm totally wrong for that. So I apologize. It's actually Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock is the guy that's going to be on this card. Battling Shotty Horror. This is interesting, man. Like, I did not see this coming. But they dropped a nice little trailer for it. I was able to see it. And right away, I posted about it on Twitter. And I think this is a really good battle. Like, I think this could be really good. Because I believe Tay-Rock probably has a little chip on his shoulder from being over there in London last year on Summer Madness 8. And it didn't go as planned. The consensus has him losing to Pat Stay out there. I have him losing too. It's funny that I'm doing this and talking about Premier Battles, and I'm talking about Tay-Rock, because I was just like in their comment section for the trailer talking to this young lady about Pat Stay versus Rock. Like, she had Pat Stay losing to Rock, which was wild. But anyway, so it's like kind of funny because I'm recording this after I just got done like having a back and forth with her. Yeah, man, like, they're two veterans. He's heavily probably, he's going to be heavily the fan favorite over there. Shotty, it's his league, it's his country. But Tay-Rock has been very consistent over the years. Last year was a bit of a rough year for him, a little bit different. So we're going to see, man. I like this battle. Like I said, it came kind of left field. It's in September. I'm guessing Rock won't take too many battles before then. I hope he wouldn't. I hope he puts a big focus on this card. Excuse me, because I do think this is like a this is a highlight moment for him. Like beating Shotty in England would be something he could hang his hat on and say, yo, I did that. That's an achievement. So I do think he should put a lot of focus into this battle and not take too many battles before then. But what do I know? People are battling at a high rate these days. They're not really preserving much of their brand or much of their energy and pen. So we could see him on a plethora of other cards before then. I could see him doing another bullpen battle or something wild, So yeah, we'll see. September 7th. More names will be announced. I would love to know who NJT is battling. Maybe somebody, a fellow countryman that's over there in England. Who knows? Maybe somebody from the West Coast, somebody from the East Coast. Who knows, man? Like I really can't call it, and I really can't guess. Y'all let me know who y'all think is going to be on that card going against NJT. I'm ready for it, man. September 7th can't come here soon enough. So I just wanted to get out a quick shout out. Please subscribe to Premier Battles too, man. That channel is really good. They shoot their battles very well. It looks good like I said, it looks good visually. The battlers all seem to bring it. And also, if you guys are from, well, obviously you guys here in the States probably are only going to watch it if people are there. But you can see like Loso was there. He had a really good battle against somebody named Dialect. I thought he won. Like, so they're bringing names over there as well. So if you want to kind of like slowly get yourself into it by battling people, watching battles with names that you're a little familiar with, they got names over there too. But their talent as well is pretty dope too. So give them a shout. Check it out. Moving right along. Bullpen. John the Don had a lot of people come at his neck for his last card around Super Bowl time. It was $35. People, y'all know the story by now. People thought they were paying for full 3-round battles. They was all 1-rounders, but he never announced that, so people feel ripped off. Or Red was bringing it up during the face-offs. It got a huge reaction. And so he's flipped that misfortune, kind of like how Smack and them guys did with the whole 2.5 narrative. And he's flipped it. He put a trailer together where that's being brought up by bloggers, and he shows the ORED footage as well. Now he's flipped that and made a card out of it called the Big Payback. But the catch is, it's absolutely free, and I think that's just dope. And the card isn't a card that you would see being for free. You would think you had to pay some change for this because they got some nice names on here, and names that usually bring in, a nice little fee. Nothing too crazy, but it's a good look. Everybody's saluted him for that. I definitely salute him for that. It is March 30th, and also, which is kind of weird or just ironic, or maybe it's not so much of a coincidence, but that URL announced Born Legacy to drop on March 30th. I seen it on Norb's feed, so I don't know how that's going to work. If, like I was talking to somebody on Twitter, if it's not a pay-per-view, then it's really insignificant. Bullpen should still be all right, but if it's like a pay-per-view, I feel that's a little wild to drop that on that date. But whatever, maybe they'll sort it out because they have a good relationship with each other, so maybe they can figure that out. And I just seen IG Live with John and Smack like together. Like John was on Smack's Live hanging out, so maybe they're talking about that. I don't know. But back to the card. On the top of the bill, man, you got Bad News versus Drugs. Drugs is he has a split. I feel like a split down the middle on whether you like him or not. I personally think he's dope. I like his energy. I like his passion for battle rap is just through the roof. Like his passion, like not even with him battling, just how he reacts to other battlers, whether it's his team or somebody against his team. Like you look at the band battle, I believe it was Steens versus Jack Boy. He was reacting to shit Steens was saying. Like he don't really, he's not a hater. Like if it's fire, he'll say it's fire. But I like him as a battler too. Like I feel like he's probably the most consistent as far as just professionalism and having rounds prepared out of most of the Goonie members. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can count on him to get through all his material more. And he says fire stuff in between. And when you combine that with his energy, it's kind of like the Goonies template. It's like they match good bars with energy. So while sometimes you might get caught up in just their movement and what they're doing, they're still saying dope shit. And I think Drugs is dope. Bad News, just coming off a battle with Tay Rock in the Run Rounder, like what I was talking about with the Super Bowl event on Bullpen, which happened. I think Bad News gets a bad rap. People like to compare him to Surf a bit. I mean, I guess the content is similar. I don't think he raps the same way. I think his cadence is in the same stratosphere, really. I think it got two completely different ways of delivering their material and their bars. So I don't see the resemblance in there, but I do just see it just from a content of the things that they choose to reference. Maybe that's about it. I think he's dope. I can't wait to see that battle versus Tay Rock. It's got really high praise. Because his battle, I think the battle before I seen with C Money, I didn't feel like he was all the way in it. His material wasn't landing. I had C Money winning that battle, but then he bounces back against Tay Rock out here. Hopefully, if the battle's as dope as I'm hearing, the smart play, and I'm pretty sure John and those guys are already on top of it, would be to get that battle out before the 30th so you can gain traction. Because first of all, you got Tay Rock as a name. It's going to gain views. And if people weren't familiar with Bad News, tune into that. They're going to be like, oh, this dude's fire. And then next thing you know, he's on the card going against Drugs, who's been on URL a couple of times. Like, you just play it the smart way. I'm pretty sure that battle will drop before then. It will have to. So I'm looking forward to that matchup. Off rip, I'm probably just going to go with Bad News 2-1. Because I think content-wise, he can get street. He can still put shit together a little bit. The realism factor might play a bit. The believability factor might play a bit into this. Also, is in his building. So I don't think he want to take an L to them. And it's just not only people looking at this rivalry between the Four Horsemen and the Goonies, but I just think it's a rivalry with like the Goonies against all them niggas at Bullpen, period. So I feel like, like he's been calling himself Loso's evil twin, saying things that Loso wouldn't say. So I think that's going to play a part in this too. Like he's representing the whole, league over there in this battle. And also this would be a good look for him. Maybe we can see him on URL in the future. So I'm gonna go with Bad News 2-1. Not clear, maybe just the edge. Think he'll probably close out in the third or something really, really big round. So also on the card, the ladies, C3 versus Cash Flow Rizzy. Yeah, Cash Flow Rizzy. I've seen her one time, and that was previously on Bullpen against Beretta, and Beretta was fire. I actually gave Beretta that battle, but Cash Flow was dope. What I like about her is her presence and just like her ability to like entertain. Like she's very captivating. Like when she's into her like bag, so to speak, when she's getting to her punch, she can just like hit at you with that umph. Sometimes her voice cracks a little bit, like in that hollow sense where it gets a little high pitch, and that might turn some people off. But I think it's fire. Sometimes I think it adds to the performance or into the round and like how it sounds. But I think she's dope. Like I said, I've seen that battle. I've seen another battle with her, but that was like a couple of years prior to this. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, C3 been around for a while, battle hard, official, Tay Rock. So she got a lot of experience. Also battle Coffee Brown, who people were really high on. Her aggression, her ability to like try to insult you and things of that nature. Her shit can hit differently in a building. And bullpen has like, they be in buildings that aren't big stages, but they aren't, I guess you can call them small rooms, but they be like decent sizes on camera. On cam to us, or to me, it looks like a nice stage. I don't know particularly where this is being held, but I think her voice and her projection, along with her experience in these platforms, might give her the edge here. So I'm gonna go with C3-2-1. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cash Flow wins, actually. Like, cause I actually probably am more of a fan of her material and the things she says and how she puts her bars together, probably more lyrically than C3. But C3 can just be overwhelming at times. And she also knows how to do things to gain just from a visual, like getting close up on you. Like, I remember her against Coffee. She was like all in her face, barking on the side of her ear, and then saying something, but it's landing with a shot. So you get like a little extra point there for like just gamesmanship and ring generalship, if I can use a boxing term, just closing the space. So yeah, I'm gonna go with C3-2-1. Next battle is D Flames versus Bonus. I like both of these guys. I hope Bonus gets the love that he deserves for this battle, because Bonus been fired for a minute, to me, in my opinion. I know some cats who don't like Bonus at all. I'm gonna be real with you, but I think Bonus is fire. I actually got him winning this battle 2-1. No slight to D Flames, because I seen D Flames versus C Money, and that was a pretty good battle to me. And D Flames is nice. So I'm looking forward to this card, man. Other names to look out for on this card is Ace Boogie versus Excel, PG Skillet versus I think his name Burke Bucks, and Super Black versus Casino. I'm wondering if this is the same Casino that just battled Hitman recently. I would assume so. If so, it's not a bad run for the brother who's from Ohio, I believe, battling Hitman and now being on a bullpen card is going to be seen by a lot of people for free. So you're going to get a lot of eyes on you. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Casino versus Super Black. Again, that card is March 30th. So it's a free card, free event. Shout out to them. Very respectable, commendable thing to do. Way to like flip the whole, $35 scandal or whatever. So I'm appreciative of that, and I will be tuned in. I had to cancel some plans just to see that. And yeah, that's gonna be dope. So keep it going, and we're gonna move along. Next card. Yo, want to talk to you real fast about Anchor, all right? Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. That's pretty dope, right? All you have to do is go to anchor.fm/start. Once again, that is anchor.fm/start. You'll get acclimated. Look, man, on here, there's podcasts for literally everything: food, movies, entertainment, health, fitness, you name it, they got it. So why don't you come on in, grab a seat, and start podcasting soon. Next card, next event, next league. A league I'm not sure all of you guys are familiar with, but you should. That's why I'm here. I'm here to get you guys familiar with different leagues. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not getting it from here, y'all not getting it from anywhere else. So I'm just trying to bring light. The Culture. That's THAKULTURE. The Culture. The channel is Villain Life, LYFE. So go to that channel. There's tons of good battles on there. Like I've been doing some catching up because I haven't been on their channel in a while, to be honest. So I gotta keep it a buck. Haven't been on their channel in a while, but I have been keeping up with certain things. And they put together a nice card too. And this is going down March 16th. So I doubt this is like a pay-per-view thing. I don't know. I can find out, but I don't think it is. But it's just something to keep a note of, because you want to know how these battlers are doing when eyes aren't on them. I do that. Like when I hear Danny's on the card, it might not come out. We might not see it, but I want to know if he cooked. Like Chef Trez has been going everywhere. It's like he's on like a one man band tour or something. Like he's been everywhere. Like really, the reason I bring him up because he's on this card too, and he's going against Asylum the Crow. Asylum the Crow is nice. He's nice. I seen him against Street Hymns, and I seen him against Drugs. I really liked him better against Drugs. I'm sorry, I didn't see him against Street Hymns. I heard about him against Street Hymns, and I seen him against Drugs. Scratch that. Vicky, scratch that. I did not see him against Street Hymns. I've heard about him versus Street Hymns, but I seen him against Drugs. That battle was really good. Matter of fact, if you're just now going to Villain Life channel, that might be one of the first battles you should look up because the visuals was nice. The visuals was nice. The bars was good. They was respectable. I like the stage they were on. And that was a fire battle. I gave that battle to Asylum the Crow too, and that's crazy because I think like I said before, I think Drugs is dope. But Asylum, he's amped up his aggression from when I last seen him. Not that he's like overly aggressive. It's basically more of a voice projection thing. He has more clarity in his voice when he's speaking. Got a little more oomph, a little more pop when he's like jabbing and getting into his punch. Like I love his sequences and his transitions. They're really good. He has a nice pace and he has a commanding like voice when he speaks, with the southern draw and everything. So he's dope. I want to see him bring his A game versus Chef Trez because Chef Trez has shown me that Cave Gang writer's block. You can tell he's been with two good groups that believe in being prepared no matter where you at, no matter what platform. And that's what I like about Trez, and that's what I like about those two groups he came from because they're all like that. You've seen JC get busy in the Southwest. Chef Trez was a part of that cloth. Cave Gang. You've seen T-Top and Briz and Tay-Rock get busy on all platforms too. Now he's with them. So he's put himself in really great situations and he's carrying the torch too. So I think this is going to be probably battle of the night, personally to me. I don't know. Because Asylum turned up when he was at home versus Drugs. This might be a little man, it's close. I'm gonna go with Trez slightly. Just slightly. I just don't think Asylum is that he's deserved this battle, but what I mean is material wise, I don't know if I think he'll be even fire maybe like a year from now. Not even a year from now. I think if he took this battle, let's say later November, December, had a couple of more battles under his belt, I think he might edge this. I think just right now, at this point in time, I'm going to edge it to Trez. Plus, Trez been on fire too, so I'm going to go with Trez on this one. Also on the card, and this is actually top billing. Like if you look at their flyer or whatever, and there's you go follow them on IG, you'll actually see this battle listed first, which is Young Grizz out of Cali versus Drugs. So speaking of Drugs again, he's on this card. Young Grizz. I would say about 3 of his battles, and he was dope in all of them. The young brother is nice. Probably gonna see him on the URL a lot. I would think he deserves it. He's really fire. Drugs is going to win this battle though because of the Asylum the Crow battle being there already, and just winning over with his performance and just how he can game change a battle with like a haymaker inside of a round. I think that's important. Grizz is a very consistent battler and he has consistent rounds, but I think against Drugs, you're gonna need that one that's gonna knock him out of the whole round. It's gonna send him to the sky. And I don't think Grizz got that just yet. So I'm gonna go with Drugs in that 2-1. Lastly, and I'm gonna get to the rest, but I'm not gonna front like I know all of them, so I'll just run those down kind of like I did with the bullpen. But lastly, it's a rematch from a 1-rounder that happened in, I want to say like November, December, because I watched that battle because I don't know, somebody told me about it, like, yo, it's pretty dope battle, dope exchange. So I watched it, and it was J Red versus Blick the Barbarian. And Blick the Barbarian and Jay Red had a nice battle that, to me, people are in the comment section saying Jay Red won. I actually gave it to Blick. I just like Blick seemed more well rounded because he had fire lines, but he was also funny, witty. Like he was seemed a little more comfortable on the stage. But Jay Red seems to have that crowd. I'm guessing he's from there because that was my first time seeing him. I'm guessing he's either from there or maybe just a mainstay on that league because the crowd was really rocking with his material. And I thought some of it was good, but I also thought some of the references and things he was using were a bit dated to me. But be that as it may, a lot of people had him winning that battle. They're doing it again, this time a full 3 rounds. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna go with Blick again because I feel like another thing with Jay Red, he's dope. Like I like how he builds and gets into his material. I like his transitions and I like where he starts from, how he can go in and out. The only thing is his voice. His voice seems really soft. Like he don't really got it's not strong enough for me. Like I need to hear you like bark. Like when he's trying to bark, it just doesn't hit. So some of his lines fall flat. And that's not good against Blick the Barbarian. If you ever watch any of his battles, he's loud and commanding. Like he's talking like he's just barking. Like it's different. And maybe that's just his experience because Blick the Barbarian has been around for a while. Like I've seen him 3 or 4 or 5 years ago on battles. And I also seen him against Clone. I've seen him against Craig Lamar. And like he's been around. So maybe it's just that veteran talk. But that's what I'm going with. So again, I'm going with Drugs 2-1 versus Young Grizz, Chef Trez 2-1 versus Asylum the Crow, and Blick the Barbarian 2-1 versus Jay Red. Also on the card, Low versus Dre Vicious. People know Dre Vicious, I'm pretty sure. Foolish Carlito versus Super Black. Super Black is putting in work. He's working overtime on these cards. I'm going to butcher this name, but Fuddle, Fudl, I don't know, versus Spoken. I've actually heard of him, and I've actually seen him. I'm going to go with him just because. Trust me. JDK versus Steve McSwain. And Poppy G versus J0010, I guess. Unless I just written that wrong. If so, I apologize. But those are the battles. That is like 8 battles on this event. And that's not even including day 1, because this is day 2. The main event is day 2. They have a day 1 event with maybe it looks like 4 to 5 battles going on in day 1. So they're working overtime over there at the Culture. Shout out to them. It's in Texas. So I'm liking that, leagues in the South are doing their thing. Bullpen in Atlanta, in Georgia or wherever. So this is love. I'm glad I could touch on that card for a bit. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I'm done here. And as always, keep it battle rap. Wait, no. Also, please follow your mans on the socials. The links be in the description. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I talk to the supporters. I talk to everybody. Follow your boy. Now I can leave, all right? And with that being said, I'm going. Keep it battle rap. Love.